back with another episode of Bigger Warriors 2 on the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well, my friends. Warriors, it's about 4 below zero, 8 below zero. I can't remember what it is outside, but I wanted to do a video. How you guys doing? I hope everything's going well. It is a great time in the season to be Warriors. And once again, I hope you guys are kind of questing yourselves, kind of questing things around you, and everything going on as well. All right, so let me do some shout outs. I was able to catch up a little bit. So once again, I apologize, guys, if I'm not able to get, if I've forgotten someone or an idea. I'm trying to write down as many as I can. I got about 15, 16 new ideas for topics, plus a lot of shout outs. So I'll try to get those out a little bit too. Let's do some shout outs here. Channel 3, thank you, my friend. Jeremy, thank you. Gematria, 88, thank you, my friend. John Jennings, of course, as always. Brett Adam Music, thank you. Jordon Carlin, did I play it in Michigan? No, I didn't play it in Michigan. So you guys can keep trying to figure out where I'm at. Onfmaxtruth, thank you, my friend. 24/7 Betterment, I appreciate it. Dr. Von Life's Investing, thank you. Giodude, Jon the Dawn, Brother Boldly Official Music, thank you, my friend. Cvato, Onfmaxtruth again, thank you. Onfmaxtruth, I think it's called. And Jordon Carlin again, thank you, guys. I appreciate, guys, once again, great. And I appreciate all the comments. I got a lot of different shout outs that we'll go over the next couple times we do this. The topic for today is brand new person. So a lot of you guys have been talking about the fact that, you know, it's not easy to do what we're doing. So let's take a step back again and talk about this and the fact that we go through life in this matrix that we're talking about. And the matrix I'm referring to is the world around us. And the Bible talks about the fact that the world around us is the worldly things. Give Caesar Caesar's stuff. That's the world. There's a spiritual aspect of the world that many of us don't understand and get because we're not taught that. And of course we wouldn't be taught that, because if the evil one, if the world wants us to live in the world, they're not going to want us to live in the spiritual world. And that's important to recognize, because as you build a brand new person, which is what you're doing, as you're doing this, you're making a commitment at some level. I don't care if you're 15, 25, 35, 63, 62 like myself, it doesn't matter. You are building a new person. You're building a lifestyle change. And yes, you may fall back at times, but in your mind, you're committed to become a brand new person, because that new person is no longer living in the physical world. Yes, there's physical aspects of it. Of course, you're going to work out, you're going to eat, you're going to keep, nutritional diets, you're going to try to get goals, achieve those things. But you're living for your Creator. You're trying to conduct the purposes that He wants you to conduct. And He's going to give you those type of things as you're working with Him, as you're meditating, as you're praying, those type of things. You're going to understand what is your purpose and goal. And as you do that, then all of a sudden now you become a different person. You're within God. And they always talk about the Greek word enthusiasm. I mean, God's within you. And I believe God is within you. We all have God within us. Our body's a temple. We need to protect the body. So the one sin that's a real problem is obviously releasing. The moral turpitude of the problem we have is we make decisions sometimes that goes against our God and goes against what we're really trying to worship and achieve. And so that's why we talk about this whole idea of staying away from images, staying away from one-night stands, staying away from releasing, unless you're going to do this to procreate. Because really what you're trying to do then is build up your temple, build up your wings, so you can go ahead and achieve those purposes that your Creator, in this case God, in my case Jesus, Lord Jesus Christ, wants you to do. And the idea is that as you build new things, all of a sudden you're changing. And so I think it was DJ who actually had this topic, and a shout out to DJ here. You are a brand new person. And what's going to happen is that you're going to see changes around you. Now, that may happen overnight. A lot of old habits. It took me 47 years to get to the point where I even started a few years ago, and I was like 58 or 59, when I started trying to go through, and somebody asked me about the book we're talking about, and I always try to refer to it when I can, but it's Peter Keller had a book called The Fountain of Youth. And there's like, this goes back to the Tibet tribes, and this person wanted to find the Fountain of Youth, and he thought it was some kind of miracle drug or something like that. But what it really is building things within inside of you, the chakras, the energy level you have within you, and bringing it out so that you can actually perform a lot of miracles, that people would say miracles, but things in your life that really are tremendous. And the power you have, sometimes it's hard to control that power, but the power you have is unbelievable because you're now keeping that power. You're not letting it go. And all the wasted time that I had, energy-wise, things like that, if I would have kept a lot of that, I probably would look better than I do now, and I would look better and feel better than I do now, even though I feel tremendous, and I hope I look good, but I feel tremendous. I feel like I'm, 25, 35 years old. But the idea is, as you look at this, you're creating a new person. Your level of enthusiasm, your passion, your clarity, your memory, all those things, your attractiveness, all that goes up. But it's because you're no longer living in this world. You are living in the spiritual world. Now, you may not always recognize that. But as you do this more, and you start off with retention, I don't think it's the end all, of course, but you start off with it. You start staying away from the pornography. You start going ahead and saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and control myself, learn how to control myself, take some of the stoicism we talked about. And back in the Fountain of Youth book again, his Peter Keller's sixth exercise was celibacy, using energy, transmuting it up towards yourself when you feel you have sexual thoughts. And so you're not trying to use sexual thoughts to release or pleasure or whatever it might be for a short period of time. You're only using that in God's purpose to procreate. That's a different mind frame. Let me say that again, warriors. You are not using sex, those things for pleasure. And that's where people are going to have problems, because if Satan is telling us this is a pleasurable activity, and yeah, it may give you some pleasure for a short period of time, but it creates an awful amount of guilt. It creates a lot of depression, anxiety, loss of energy, depression, all kinds of stuff it causes, because people don't realize what they're losing when they do this. And this is why it's important. Even the edging, you lose in energy. I think someone said that, and I'll kind of refer to it in another type of video. But even edging, in my book, you're losing. You've got to get to what they call monk mode. And it takes time. I'm not there yet. I'm still working myself through monk mode. But as you do this, you become a brand new person, as DJ's talking about. And this is a person who is now lifestyle is living in the spiritual world. You're not living in the physical world, even though you are sitting here and you are, I guess, technically in the physical world, of course. But your mindset, your ideas, your goals, all these things are focused on the purpose of your Creator. You're looking at more than just the physical. You're looking at everything else around it that's more spiritual. And this is crucial when it comes to looking at how to be successful, peaceful, how to contribute to society, how to focus on God's purposes. Looking at how you can actually go ahead and make a difference in this world. And have your life being meaningful. And at the same time, being tranquil and peaceful and joy and happiness, because you have the relationship with your Creator, that He is giving you love and abundance while you are, and saving you as you are doing those things that are following His world and living in that world. So you become more of a new person, because you're focusing on different things than most people do. Most people are living in this, I call this the blue and red matrix, and almost like the movie The Matrix, right? Until the person realized they were in a matrix, they were clueless, as most people are. And that's why you cannot be upset with people. You cannot be upset. You cannot, judge people because they're not at the point that you are. Remember, we are the 1%. We're very fortunate with the 1%. I think God has given us that ability to have knowledge here. This is important. especially in the way the world is going. We have knowledge of things that a lot of people don't. So the last thing I'm going to ever do is judge people if they don't know, or they're just kind of ignorant, or even they put down some of the ideas, because they just don't understand the perspective. They have not been given that knowledge. They have not given that idea about the spiritual world. They don't believe in the spiritual world. They believe in what they see is real, because they don't want to have their eyes say, okay, this is not really what I'm seeing, right? And a lot of times people, because of cognitive dissonance, they can't accept when they're wrong anyway, because this is what they thought. And they believe themselves that this is being the case. And they'll even tell themselves they're right even though they're wrong. And so the idea is that you're going to have these situations where people are not going to be, supportive of you or ideas, but don't, forgive them. Don't get upset with people, because what's going to happen is that energy is going to come back and be drained from you. And there's no need for that. Don't get upset with anybody. Try to be stoic. Try to sit there and realize that this is a brand new world. We are a brand new person, and we're not going to be affected by other things. We're just going to continue day and day. Do the best you can become, the best high value male you can become. Protect, provide. Do those things that are important that males are doing in our society. Follow your God. And conquest those things around you, because you're conquesting yourself first. And that's the key. All right, friends. Anyway, thank you, DJ, for the comment. We'll try to do one tomorrow, or at least soon, on exercise and SR. I got a lot of other good topics: self-control and self-indulgence. Some people will not like you. I got vasectomies. I'm going to go do that topic. I think OJ, Jimmy Gibson, a few people talked about that. We'll talk about that. Flatlining. SR is a real vaccine. I like to get to that one. So lots of things we're going to do in the next few weeks and months ahead. So anyway, guys, have a great Sunday. God bless you guys. And two things always remember. One, every day, and this is a great day. I don't care if it's 8 below zero, 20 below zero. Every day is a new day to a great warrior. And number two, guys, don't forget to